Well, hello there, it's Beards and Bangers, and today we've got some activity up the unit and we're going to reveal another new project. So we'll have a little wander around the unit and then look at the new car. So there is the new project. We'll have a proper look at that in a moment. We've got all the cars out. So the Silver 75 Long John Silver is there. P6 is behind. Poseidon's there. Poseidon's going to go into AJF in a minute because we're getting so close to Chiltern Hills Rally. We've got to start getting cars sorted out, assembled. The P6 is fully operational now, so we'll do an update on that another day. If we have a little wander over here, it's a beautiful day again, 20 degrees. I'm in my shorts, as you can see. There's lovely milky bottle legs. There's Anthony and Austin over there. Anthony has nearly broken his car apart. So if you need any ZT bits, then we'll get you in touch with him. Austin's just looking really cool in his shades. That's just amazing. If we go in the unit quickly, we'll just go and see what a guy called Andy has been talking about the braking BRM. Have to excuse the noise, but it's the noise of work and industry. So Andy's actually in the engine bay. There's Andy. And he's cutting bits off the BRM. So next time you see this car, there's going to be a lot less of it. So it's all good. We've got some wheels going, various components out of the engine bay, crash bars, boot lids, bonnets, all sorts of stuff. So it's really good. But the main point of this video is to show you the new Project MGZR. I bought another MG, so I've got all this faffing around with funny cars like BMWs and stuff like that. Within the space of 2 months, we've got a Rover 75, which we showed you in a previous video, but now we've got a Goodwood Green MG ZR. So we'll have a little wander over and have a proper look at it. So backstory to this car. So I've got a very good friend of mine who is turning 40, can't drive. That's got to change. People should learn, when you get 17, 18, please learn to drive. It's really good for getting jobs and just a good thing on your CV. So please, when you hit 17, 18, learn to drive. So yeah, we've got a friend learning to drive. We've got other people, friends, kids turning 17, 18, needing small cars. So I thought, let's get a car, help a friend out. I've then got a car I can sell to one of these younger people who will need a cheap car to insure. Why have I got an MGZR? Well, this is a 1.4. It's not a 160. This is the basic ZR Plus 105 1.4 K series. We're not going to look under the engine, into the engine bay. We know what it looks like under there. We've had K series cars on this channel for years, 4 years in fact. Yesterday, 1st of May, was the 4th anniversary of Beards and Bangers. So we don't need to look under the bonnet. But why have we got a 1.4? A, they're cheap on insurance. They are a very cheap car to insure. They're good on fuel, but they're still fun. You can actually, we're going to take this car out for a drive in a bit, so you can actually take these cars out, have a lot of fun in it. Austin's first car was a Mark II MGZR 1.4. He's had that car for several years now, and he's done a lot to it. So you can actually tune these up quite nicely. They're great fun. Why did I buy this one? Well, it came from Wadston. It was Jack's car, who's a friend of Alex, who you'll see on the channel a fair bit. Which is nice to keep cars in the area. He wasn't really into this car as a project, so I thought, well, heard it might have been coming for sale, got in touch with him, and we managed to do a deal. So I bought it just before Easter, I think it was, and you know, I was happy with the price I paid for it. Just put it through MOT at AJF, so didn't have to spend too much on that, thankfully. The biggest thing was the middle seat belt on the rear bench was missing, so I managed to hunt one down, 20 quid. Really easy repair, and it went through MOT, no problem at all. Now, if we start at the back of the car, I'll need to grab the keys because we need to do this delightful boot opening thing that we have to do with ZRs by pressing this button once. Wow. Sometimes you have to press these 20 times. You will notice the windscreen wiper is missing. I think Jack was going to do a wiper delete, but I will actually put the wiper back on. So, first problem we've got some spare parts there. Replacement dash vent. We'll talk about the dash vents in a bit. If we look down here, we can see that wheel well is pretty much non-existent. So we're going to have to cut a wheel well out of another car or just get this patched up. It's not that important, so it can just be patched. But That's something will have to happen, because it's just the spare wheel well, it's not structural, so it's not an MOT failure. It's not like a sill rotting out, which is just suspension mounting component. So that's really the expenditure on this car is the outside. It's a bit, yeah, you know what I mean. Paintwork's pretty decent. It needs a mop on it. It needs new badges. These all need new badges eventually, but it's got the ZR badge. That's actually all right, but we can get these off eBay for pence. We'll need to replace the checker flag and Union Jack, because that's faded, as they always do. Now, the wheels, it's got hairpins. I'm not a fan of hairpins, but I don't really want to spend a lot of money on this car, so they'll probably stay on that, even though it look much better on straights, but you can't have everything. This is where it starts to get fun. So we've got, we'll go around the other side in a sec, but we've got this typical 25 ZR problem. We've got bubbly wings. So somewhere there's some spare wings for this car. I think I might have left them on someone's driveway, but we'll worry about that another day. So that needs replacing. This one here is pretty frilly. But of course, again, it's not a fail because it's not a structural component. So got the two wings. I've actually got some Goodwood Green paint, so I'm going to get it over to a guy called Jeff, who does our welding for us these days, and get the wings done. I did tell my 40-year-old friend that I was going to be doing this before she learnt to drive, and she was like, maybe get them done after I've learnt to drive in case I crash the car. That filled me with extreme happiness, and yeah, I was pleased to hear that. Wing mirror needs painting, so we got a little bit of body work. We're going to need some paint attention here. Someone's had some gaffer tape or duct tape on there that has actually damaged the paint. Might come off with some glue and tar remover. We've got a damaged door handle here, so that's actually, you might have just seen in the boot, there's a spare door handle, so that'll need to get sprayed at the same time. So we've got a little bit of paint work to do, but excuse me, I've still got the effects of a summer cold. It's not going to cost me too much, a few £100, and it's well worth it for this car, because they are, I think out of all the Zs, the ZTs seem to be struggling to sell. ZS is just going crazy in terms of money, but the ZRs, they really do hold their value. So it's definitely worth investing a little bit of money in this car. Roof's actually okay. We haven't got any lacquer peel up there. It's just dirty. Just looking, we've got a bit of lacquer peel on the spoiler, which is to be expected because it's not actually the right spoiler for this car, because this is a 105. Just have a normal spoiler. If we jump inside, we'll do it from. We'll send the thinner person through the driver's door, and the fatter person can sit in the passenger seat to not damage my other car. Speaker grill missing down here. That's normal. We can bomb one back on with some little clips there. These are the original Mark II dash vents. They are absolutely shocking. Look at how thin that plastic is. And this one's completely knackered. So I'm actually going to, rather than using the one that's in the back there, we'll get some of the Audi TT Mark I dash vents, which are much stronger and actually fit in there really nicely with a bit of fettling. Coughing fit over. Stereo's fine. CD, FM. Don't need any more than that. Just needs a damn good clean up. You can see there's sort of bits been stuck to it in the past. They'll need to be changed. Headlining, as you can see, has been done. Austin did this a little while ago for Jack, so and I quite like the black fabric. It's quite a nice touch in these. Seats are actually okay. I've seen worse. If I see a set of 3-door leathers come up, they're very rare. They tend to go for around 200, 250 quid. I probably would get them because they make the interior of any ZR really nice. So it's a basic project. I'm going to use the car as well. It's actually really good around Aylesbury because it's easy to park. It's small. It's cheap on the insurance for me. So hopefully it's going to be cheap on the insurance for the new drivers that are going to be probably using this car going forward. Just need to give it a good old detail as well. I mean, if we look here, we've got a bit of bloom of mould on the steering wheel, which is delightful. So I think without further ado, we've had a bit of a chat. This is just a brief video just to introduce this new car to the channel. We'll take it out for a little spin and we'll show you something rather snazzy that James has done with the GoPro 360. So MBM James has been experimenting with his 360 camera. So there'll be some B-roll in this video with the, now we've worked out how to do it with the car. So we'll do a little bit of a tech, I said in the previous video, we'll do a bit of a tech video at some point with all these various cameras. That'll be the first collaboration between mountain biking mania and Beards and Bangers. So we're going to take this, now we've had a little look over this project and seen how much needs doing to the bodywork, we'll take it out for a little drive, because this is where this car actually scores really well. Because even though it's a little 1.4, it actually drives, as you can probably hear and see, it actually drives incredibly nicely. Very, very nimble through the corners. Whilst the exhaust needs a bit of adjustment, it's actually sounding quite nice. So we'll either get Austin to adjust it, or I'll get over to Melissa and Rich at some point and get that done. I've actually got one thing I forgot to say in my Poseidon video the other day is the Poseidon is going into Rich's fabrication shop at the end of May after the Chiltern Hills Rally, and I'm going to have a catback exhaust fitted in stainless steel, because that Cybox one on it is absolutely atrocious. So that'll disappear, but I might just say, can you just sort this one out as well, because it's a nice exhaust, just needs to come out and down a bit, as you saw in the previous clips. But if you just listen to this, it just sounds really quite nice. Where this car scores really highly is going round roundabouts, and we'll be up at a roundabout in a second at Fleet Marston. So I will try and get Mr. Cameraman James to spin the camera around, and we'll just maybe see the steering wheel and a bit of roundabout action, and it's just such fun to drive. I don't know if that's because the front tyres are a little bit deflated and it's gripping better, but I just forget how much fun the R3s are. Bram, my BRM, I don't really drive him that hard because he's an older car, he's a bit more rickety. But this one, because this one's a bit of a learner car, a bit of a messing around car. If anything happens to it, it's not the end of it. It didn't cost me very much money, this thing. So the other great thing with this car is it's kind of staged in house, because I bought it from a friend of a friend of a friend from Wadston. So it's kind of just staying around the area, which is quite nice. The other thing that attracted me, of course, is the colour. It's Goodwood Green, which is one of my favourite MG Rover colours. Obviously, Penny, my old Rover Streetwise, was in Goodwood Green. But I've seen ZS's, other ZRs in that colour, and it just works really, really, really well. If Mr. Cameraman spins round, we'll see that we're following a familiar car on the channel. Austin is driving my 75, because he's been doing a bit of fettling to that this morning, which we won't talk about actually, and that's driving very nicely. But it's just going to be a real MG Rover day. So just heading over to the unit, going to see little Anne. He's finishing dismantling his 75 ZT. I've got a guy at the unit actually dismantling the braking BRM, because there's hopefully going to get rid of that soon, so the old Austin can come out. And we got a roundabout coming up. Right, just hang back a little bit, drop it into second, and we won't really throw it around the roundabout because there's a camper van up ahead going really incredibly slowly. We'll do a little bit. We can do a little bit. But it just turns in so nicely. It's really compliant. Okay, filming on the A41 around Boston is no longer fun. HS2 has just absolutely screwed it over. Can't get any speed up at all. We're not getting any benefit from it. Oh, I'm going to go on to an HS2 rant. Should I do an HS2 rant, James? Yeah. HS2. Where do we stand on it? It's causing us in Aylesbury and other places, Brackley, Amersham, all the towns up and down the A413, loads of aggro. But we're going to get no benefit because there's going to be one, maybe two stations in London. They're not even sure if it's going to link to Euston, the main station. If you drive down the road to Tring and Leighton Buzzard, next town's over from us here, you can get on a train to Milton Keynes. And from there you can get on a high-speed line to Birmingham. I don't quite get it. It's crazy. Roundabout, we can get some speed up. Okay. So that just turns, a nice bit of oversteer actually, that just turns really nicely. But yeah, so hit subscribe if you don't already do so about this car. It'll be a mini project. So next job, as I said at the beginning, get those wings sorted out. Headlighting's already done, so that's good news. Just needs a bit of switch gears not quite working right. The aircon needs regassing. It's just a bit, yeah, just a little bit crusty. Oh, there's a, yeah, we're going to replace these with TT Mark 1 air vents because that's just offensive. But yeah, I'm actually quite pleased with this car. It's just nice to, even though I probably won't be driving this car much myself, it's just a nice little thing to pootle around in. So what have we got to do at the end of the video? Don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell notification if you don't already do so. Obviously if you do, don't hit subscribe because it'll unsubscribe you. I don't want you to unsubscribe. Make sure you check out Mountain Biking Mania. There'll be a link in the video description below. What else do you need to do? You need to give this video a thumbs up. Do drop a comment down below. It's lovely to hear from you, especially seeing as I haven't been on YouTube that much recently, and share this video with your friends. There's always so much to do at the end of a YouTube video. So thank you for watching this first installment of the Goodwood Green MG ZR, and I will see you again very soon on the next episode of Beards and Bangers.